So I wanted to give my impressions of the Flux Adapt Runner. I just picked these up today and I bought them used on eBay. Don't mind, I got a little cut right there. Uh, I can't stomach the price tag of this shoe, okay? They were like $140. Normally, I think it's too much. There is a seller on eBay that sells these gently used. I'm guessing it's a return that they somehow get from Flux that they can't resell. And I got these for only like 65, and I think that was a very fair deal. I'm just gonna start off by saying I'm giving my impressions of the shoe. This isn't gonna be some really scientific review where I'm getting into every feature and stack height and comparing this and measuring. I'm just gonna talk a little bit about them. So I just got done walking outside. I'm actually really sweaty because I did a ruck in these. I just wanted to get it out of the way and talk about them while they're fresh in my mind. Now, this is a thicker option, and I'm gonna compare this or liken it to the Ultra Escalante 4, which I have. Okay, somewhat similar. I wanted a pair of these. I just find myself, there's sometimes where I do want something a little more forgiving, but also features the wide toe box. Now, these have a very generous toe box. I would compare it about to the Ultras. Yeah, they're about like an Ultra in terms of the toe box width. As you can see, there is toe spring. There is. You can see it doesn't bother me that much. These have a specific use. This isn't the most minimal shoe, okay? This is something in between where you want a little bit of cushion and support, but you want a wide toe box and something that doesn't hinder your natural movement. It's a knit upper construction. It's really hot right now in the Atlanta area, and these are okay. Probably not the absolute coolest material ever, but certainly not terribly hot. There is some holes in the knit material here. These have an elastic collar and the tongue is fixed. So it's all one piece. The laces, I'm not gonna say they're for show, but you can cinch them down a little bit, but they kind of fit how they do. There's not like a whole lot of, if you crank them down, range of adjustment. But I do want to talk about the sizing of this shoe as well. So my Ultras are a size 8. I would say I'm a true US 40. Or I'm sorry, EU 40. US 7, 7.5 sometimes. These are 8s. Okay, so this is a size 41. This is a size 8. Okay, so I forgot. Let me see. So this is also a 41. Sometimes they differ depending on the brand. So these are 41 too. I would say if you're on the fence about getting these, because I haven't heard a lot of people talk about sizing, and I've heard some people say, oh yeah, they run true to size. And my experience, no, they don't. They run a half size to a full size small. Whatever you wear your Ultras in, buy this shoe in that size. In my opinion, in terms of the length, they fit about spot on with the Ultra Escalante 4. So that's my recommendation to anyone that's curious, because that's what prevented me from buying these for a long time. Is I heard the return process is not very good with this company, and I didn't want to spend $140 to get a shoe I can't wear. Now, I'm going to say this. I went for a ruck in these, and they're fine, and I did some walking too before that. They're fine. For agility training or anything with a lot of lateral movement, this would not be my first pick. It's very comfortable. I would say it's a better shoe for casual wear and just day-to-day. Light training, yes, but if you're gonna be sprinting, if you're gonna be doing like any kind of sidestepping or anything, this would not be my first pick. You can do some training in it, but it doesn't secure like the heel with this. It's very soft. Your foot moves around a lot. The tongue, there's no real serious cinch or any kind of support in the upper compared to this shoe. So with the Escalante, these are going to be a lot more, these aren't even the best for lateral movement, but the way they hold your ankle and the collar and everything is more secure. I can sprint in this shoe and my foot feels more locked in. The mesh construction is a little stiffer on this shoe. Now, one thing I will just compare them. There is a lot more exposed rubber on the Flux versus the Ultra. That is my one complaint of the Ultra Escalante is look how bald these are. Look how bald these are. They have mostly foam, and I understand it's lighter, but I almost feel like it's planned obsolescence because I think the older Ultras had more rubber on the bottom. Okay, this is a lot of rubber. But again, wouldn't be my first pick for sprinting, for anything like plyometrics probably, or anything like agility or really quick sudden movements. But for going to the store, for going for a nice long walk, for rucking, you know, for some modest weight training, maybe a little kettlebell session, barbell work, like not standing, but like I wouldn't probably squat with a barbell in these. I mean, you could, but they'd compress because of the sole. But you can train weights, like if you're going in and doing like a typical bodybuilding session, you could use these. But if you're doing anything like hardcore, requiring like a really good grounded feel, wouldn't be my first pick. They do have, I'll talk about real quick, the insole. People say, oh yeah, it's massaging, it has a little nubs on it. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's a nice feature. It doesn't really, I could take or leave it. I think it's gimmicky, and it's supposed to, they say it's a technology thing with a bottom. I don't really buy into that, but right now, based on one day, I'm not gonna try and, you know, speak more for these than I can, but for the price I paid, I probably wouldn't pay 140, but for the price I paid on eBay, if you're interested in these, you can find, they have a whole bunch of them in different sizes that are like return shoes or something. For 65, 60, 70, it's a good deal. I think it's a good all-around casual shoe. The quality does seem pretty decent. Okay, I can't speak as to long-term durability at all. They fit like an Ultra shoe in my experience, both in width and in length. So if you're on the fence about getting these, I would probably go with whatever you're most comfortable in, Ultra, Escalantes, or even Lone Peaks. They fit pretty similarly. I think you should be okay on that regard. The materials feel decently high quality. Again, this is a specific use shoe. This isn't a barefoot shoe. This is, I guess, a minimalist shoe in some regard. But if you're looking for the most ground feel, you're not buying this shoe. But it does serve a purpose. Maybe that's recovery. Maybe that's just something that's comfortable and doesn't make your feet ache on a day-to-day basis. Hopefully these hold up. Because I'm planning on taking a trip, and I don't know how long I'm going to be gone, and I'm planning on bringing these. So I hope that they hold up and they work out good. I just wanted something that was, I didn't want to buy another pair of the Escalantes just because I don't really even run that much. Those would be better for running, I will say. They're definitely more focused in the way they feel on your foot for running. But for casual day-to-day, I just figured because this has more exposed rubber, it'd be more durable. And I was just curious about them, but I couldn't stomach the price tag. So would I pay full price for them? I don't know. If they end up lasting a long time, maybe I would. But right now, the price I paid, I can't complain. And if they fall apart in like 2 weeks, I'll try and make an update. But so far, so good. Later.